So I like getting products that are, they're not even out yet. So today we're actually looking at a product by a new company. And I believe the company is actually out of Canada. So why would I not support them? And the company is actually called Mount Logan. And this is really right now, as of time of shooting, this is kind of the only thing you and I publicly, I think, have access to. Now, when this video comes out, they may have their Kickstarter campaign set up. If so, we'll put a link to that in the description below so you guys can go check it out and get more info. Anyways, this is Mount Logan's Facebook group. It's a private group, so you do have to, as you see here, request to join it. But it's a modular all-in-one home and automotive quick snap tool. So you get a couple cool things with it, and it's like what we're seeing a lot now with like home power tools and things like that, where you buy kind of into a brand and you get a battery that allows you to move between things. So for instance, I have a battery that will work on my whippersnipper, and it will work on the snowblower, and it will work on, you know what I mean? So it's interchangeable. This one, actually, it just all comes together. So what I'm going to do first is they have a promo video that they have out online. So it's probably going to explain it way better than I will. So you guys can take a look at that right now.
When it's road trip time, Mount Logan has everything you need with just a snap. First off, make sure you're traveling safely with air pressure protection technology. It fills your tires automatically. Then it's time to hit the road. And with Mount Logan's all-in-one kit, if you run into an issue like dirt from your last trip is all over your tent, there's a cordless vacuum ready to go. And remember that battery from earlier? It can charge your devices and even light up your tent. The all-weather battery is also a 12-volt supercapacitor jump starter. This snap-on power booster jump starter is intelligent charging technology for vehicles, pickups, and performance cars. It has anti-reverse polarity protection, and it can charge your devices with a bi-directional 30-watt booster. Extreme weather is no problem. It's IP65 waterproof. Just snap it on, and you have a 12-volt portable digital air compressor with an auto cutoff that makes it so you never overfill your tires. And that power booster, you can just snap it off and snap it on. Now you have a 120-watt electronic brushless pressure washer gun with eco-intelligent deep clean. Now take that same power booster and snap it on to the intelligent deep clean Cyclone 14 kPa cordless vacuum. And that vacuum from the tent earlier, it's an all-in-one jump starter vacuum with intelligent charging technology for all your vehicles. Mount Logan is versatility. And when the unexpected happens, you'll have everything you need to get back on the road. Mount Logan means being prepared. And when you get home with all the remnants of your road trip on your car, snap on the battery and get the pressure washer going. Intelligent pressure water control keeps your paint safe, and snap on that battery again for the vacuum that's better for the hard-to-reach places. One battery and one kit has everything you need. That's Mount Logan. Pre-order now.
So cool, right? Now, for me, primarily during the spring/summer/fall months, I ride on a motorcycle. So my biggest curiosity was not that I would carry all this with me by any means, but there should be definitely some components of it. Power washer, I could take that on a trip because, you got to wash your bike. Air compressor, 100%, that would be something that I would take. And then if you're at home and you want this, in the car, really all of it kind of works, right? All of it seems like it would be just not like even has a vacuum cleaner. That's cool. Anyways, this, just be aware too, this is, my guess is like pre-release version since the Kickstarter is not even out yet. So this is what it came in right here. Yes, Mount Logan, Snap On Tools. Snap On Tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my laptop here because I kind of need as much room as physically possible because it's big. It's a fairly large container. So I don't even know if you guys will be able to see the whole thing. You guys can see a bit of it. There it is, right? I'm gonna turn it this way. Anyways, let's move it off to the side here, and we'll bring up the components. Case wise, just to start. Case wise, lovely, right? It's I want to say it's a hard case, sort of semi-hard, rigid. It's got a good handle on it. Everything looks like it should not fall apart, which is always good. There's a zipper somewhere. There's a zipper back here. First time opening it. I've never even looked at it. Nope. So ready? I'm gonna crack. So it's got a look at that. I'm gonna move it just over a little bit so you guys hopefully can see it all. Maybe it'll all sneak in there. Anyways, very nicely laid out. Again, you're not quite seeing all of it. I wish I could get the camera up a little bit higher. Maybe if I do, can I do this? Will that be better? You guys get a better, there you go. I'll do a pull shot. Ready? There's, as you can see right here, that is your dropping stuff off the table. That is your sprayer when you want to spray the car. That looks like your vacuum cleaner for sure, right? That will be like, yeah, that's your little vacuum cleaner, which is cool. This down here, right here, as far as I know, this is actually, yeah, this is the air compressor. I love that they made it look kind of like a little car. You know, it's the simple things in life that bring me joy, right? And this is the actual battery. So as you can see on all these tools, this is the connector, right? So if I were to take this and all you do is, like, that's it. The battery in itself has, as you can see, a light. So there's a little flashlight on it. And the battery itself is a power jump starter. So, which is also good when I'm traveling, just in case my battery decides to crap the bed, right? You know, so this is where you're going to plug in the jump start cables right there. And that's it, right? So for me, honestly, like if I was traveling on the motorcycle, does it have two lights? It has a light on the back too. You guys see that? Light on the back. If I was traveling on the motorcycle, honestly, I would probably just be like, there, boom. Just take these two pieces right here, you know, and you're good to go. If you flip that over, you can see there's the actual cable to hook into your tires. We'll play with this battery in a minute here. Now on the other side, hold on. On the other side, what do we get here? So much stuff. Okay, so everything's zipped into their own little compartments. Number one, if I unzip this all the way across, you get, which is probably important, this is a manual, and this one says, is it for everything? Oh no, yeah, it's everything. So this is about the multi-function car jump starter, right? It's probably anything that requires that you may want to actually read about it. Good size fonts. I can actually read the font, so that's good. Vacuum cleaner, you know, dust box cleaner, how to use the car jump starter, how to start the car, how to charge other devices, because you can just use the battery by itself for just charging. So whatever you're riding around or you're driving around and you need to plug your phone in or whatever it is, you're good to go. Now, I don't necessarily know 100% how much capacity this is. It's got to be a decent amount. I'll just put this up here. You guys can just see it right there. So we're looking at 16,000 milliamp hours, 59.2 watt hours. So that's pretty good. 12 volts starter current. If you're starting is 600 amps. Peak current 1200 amps. Using the USB-C, your input and output is a 5 volt 3 amps, 9 volt 3 amps, 12 volt 2.5 amps, 15 volt 2 amps, 20 volt 1.5 amps. And if you're using the USB output, it's 5 volt 3 amps, 9 volt 2 amps, 12 volt 1.5 amps. Now, just realize this also means that if you are trying to charge a laptop, then it's gonna it'll give it some charge, but it'll still lose battery over time because, you know, most laptops are requiring probably 40 watts at minimum to charge them and actually still possibly do something. And that's something like a thin, like Ultrabook, right? Anyways, nice to have a manual. That's something that I'll definitely snoop around with. Coming over here, this is our jump start stuff. So you want to make sure you bring this. I do like the fact that it's nice and simple. They got you plug it in. It says this is your plus, this is your minus. Boom, boom. Cable seemed decently thick. This seems like it should do the job. Nice clamps on there. So that's all right. You can't. I always say you can't complain, but somebody's going to complain. This is for the air compressor that you get. So different kind of nozzles. So depending on what you're trying to inflate, I put this in and I put it in the wrong spot. First thing I did. All right, and then lastly, inside here, see this is the issue, right? I'm gonna get it in there and never be able to close it. Lastly, is this lastly? Sort of lastly, you get this big container. This is, as far as I know, this is gonna be for stuff for the hose for the washing, or probably stuff for the vacuum. So you are getting like you can see there's like a hose for probably the power sprayer, power washer, right? Something that's going to probably, and I'm kind of guessing, can get filter all the garbage out, right? But this is definitely the hose, because there's your hose connector. Cool. And this would be vacuum stuff. Yes, so there's going to be different vacuum nozzles, including, let's see it here, the one that I would probably use the most is something like this, right? So if you were to look at this, for instance, I love that it's just like that, and they have it set up so that you can use, what is this? How is that working? Is that supposed to, oh, what have I done? Oh, I see. This you can put on either way depending on which way you want it. So if you want it this way, what there is almost like little lock points so that you can take that off or change this around, and get it in how you want it so that this kind of locks up on there. See what I'm saying? Now, here's one thing, and it may be just a little thing, it's probably not overly important, but it is there. You see here, see this little guy right there? Right? So that little guy is kind of the release thing, and it goes into this little hole. And it works. Yes, it works for the pullback. But even if I give it a pretty good pullback, it pops out. So that is something that I would like to either see elevated more, because it's designed, you can tell, it's designed so that you push it down, right? And the push down is what releases it. But right now, like if I came in here and put it this side as well, it's good, but you can kind of hear it, right? It kind of wants to go back and forth in there, and it's not really locking into place. So that's something that they have to work on. Now, again, pre-release. So that is not, I like the thought of it, I do, but they either have to have this on, somehow be able to come out more, because that pops off way too easy, It just doesn't lock in there the way you would probably hope for it to lock, because that's definitely how that works, right? Yeah. Okay, that I think they need some work. Other than that, you're just going to have all your hoses or your extensions for cleaning. Now realize too, you know what, if you're just cleaning the car, for instance, and you have that kind of locked and you're just doing this, it's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. And if you put a little bit of pressure on it, still probably okay. But you can even see I put a bit of pressure, and that's not even in the spot. So what happens is really the only thing that's stopping it is the fact that the brushes or the inside is touching the table, right? So if you come back, that's gotta be looked at. But again, pre-release version. This is pre-release, so they've got time to, make everything better. Again, looking at the other tools, if I can close that. Oh, and that's, as far as I like zippery stuff. It's got see? Look at that. That's the zippers. This zipper has a little bit of a snag on it, and now my zipper has come apart. And I'm not getting that back together. I'm here to show you real world events, right? So, second thing, this hosey area here can put a little bit of strain on there. And it's not that it's a lot of strain by any means. Like it's not a lot of strain on there. getting it over this seam section here caused the zipper to hop, right? Hop out. And you could even see it. This probably was just a pressure. There's this weird, see how there's this, like, you can see it's almost like a kink in the zipper right there. Pre-production. So my recommendation, mount Logan. Look at a better, higher quality zipper for this. Other than that, the meshing on the case and everything is good. But that and so far the vacuum brush attachment stuff, I'd like to see a bit better. This is the gun. This is the hose gun, right? So same thing, the hose and everything is going to go in the bottom here. Battery, of course, goes on the top. Now just realize, right, because of this, it's definitely got some weight to it because all the power is sitting up here, right? Where a lot of times with a traditional spray gun like this, a lot of times the weight is something that's down in the motor at the bottom, right? So it's down on the ground. A lot of times it's on wheels, and really the only thing you're carrying up here is the nozzle, because you are carrying the battery up here. There is a bit of extra weight on it, right? Because you got that battery weight up there. But other than that, you know, everything feels well built. You know, should do the trick. Right? And I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know the actual pricing on this stuff. So that's going to play a big role in it as well. Same thing here, right? You get a little car vacuum. And I do like the fact that, you know, everything's way more portable, right? Even though you are getting, or it is going to be heavier, for instance, right? That's going to be heavier for sure. You can bring this with you. You can take it on a road trip, right? I'm not going to be carrying a full-size vacuum with me, but that's good. And all these buttons so far seem to work fine. You know, there's your little, I guess that just goes there. Yeah, that's the one thing I would like. You know, even this, like, it fits on there. This is the filter, which is cool. These all go on, but they're not. I'd like to see them click on there better, you know? Just a little bit of something that says they're clicked, because I guess it's not bad. It's not, no, see, I'd like that it comes off pretty easy. So I would like to see that have a bit more. That's good. That closes good. But that little piece inside, which is holding the actual filter, I'd like to see that have a bit more. See, opened, popped off. Do you guys see that? It wasn't even planned. So this now, again, is there. That's what I'm saying. I do like the fact that it's just on there with a magnet. There's no like trying to find a button here to like slide it off or anything like that. This is fine because everything's sealed, everything's there, right? There's your power button. There's going to be where you would put like your PSI and all that kind of information in. Very cool. This all sits in there. A little snug, but that's okay. That's all right. A little snug. They couldn't even get it in there, right? So it's all sticking out. Fine. Again, just be aware. And then last but not least, the battery. So there's the battery. If we tap on it, I've got 75% right there. Again, this is where you're going to plug in your car booster, car charger, et cetera, et cetera. There's that kind of connector right there. You guys can see it. If you come around to the bottom, that's going to be where it physically connects to all the accessories. This is going to be your lighting system. This is your USB. So in here, you have your USB-A and USB-C. So if you want to power whatever devices, you want to be able to plug your phone in, you want to be able to plug your action cams in, you want to, whatever, right? Then you have that as well. This, I'm guessing, if you hold this, I'm guessing it would turn on. There it is. Whoa. So there's that light. Yes. And I'm wondering if you tap this, if it'll, oh yeah, then it goes to the backlight. And then if you tap it again, oh, that's cool. Then you got a flashing. So if you break down on the road and you have, you know, you want to just lay this down behind your car so that people notice it, right? And then back to the front light again. Oh, yeah, and then it's got a front SOS kind of thing. I think that's an SOS, right? SO. Yeah, there's your S, and it should go possibly another fast one. Yeah, so S. Yeah, so SOS, and then you can just click this and hold this, and it should turn off. You know what? Again, I can't say value based how good it is because I don't know the official price. But once it comes out again on Kickstarter, then we'll make sure we have a link down below so you guys can see it. It is a really nice, complete, everything that you and I probably would need for inside the car for emergencies or for a road trip or anything like that. A few little things that I'd like to see them kind of tidy up a little bit just to get it at that stage. But it is like an early release model, so they definitely have time for them to be able to fix all those issues, and they're not serious issues by any means. Once I get the opportunity, hopefully, my summer's really busy. Hopefully, if I get the opportunity to play with some of the accessories, so like I said, like the washer or the vacuum or things like that, then maybe we'll do a follow-up video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, I don't have a lot of information on it because they're as of filming, they're pre-Kickstarter, right? So pre-Kickstarter. So hopefully we'll get more info, and you guys can let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys later. Links down below.